Desmond King and Brandon Oliver, the running back. And we are underway. Good to have you with us. The Saints preseason football. And it's going to be Oliver over to the near side. And Oliver trying to turn the corner. Good coverage. They're barely back at the 15. From the 15, a little counteraction, and on the delay, good penetration into the backfield. And running backs going nowhere. Vaccaro, and they should be the starting safeties as well. Clemens looks one way, has it batted down at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun. And he's about 20 out of his own end zone. Too tall. There's contact, but the pass way over the head of the intended target. Alvin Kamara waits back at the midfield stripe. For the punt from Kaiser. A short one, but a high one. And he's staying away from it as it goes out of bounds. In great field position, plus territory for the Saints. To 70%. The threesome. Kamara, a bolt. He's got a first down, and does he go the distance? Inside the 20. That's what the third rounder brings.
Hey, you gotta like that rhythm. Hand it to Kamara, let it Kamara.
Let's look at another angle. Kamara had a 22-yard bust out last week against Cleveland. Look how quickly he hits that hole. You don't have to hold a block very long, Stitch, when a guy like that can burst through the line that quickly.
Well, it went right between Andrus Peat at left guard and Ramczyk at left tackle. So two young guys, and really the block that sprung it was Peat's on the linebacker level.
Good call. Big number 75. It looks more comfortable, let's face it, as a guard than a tackle. Lutz for the point after.
It goes for a touchdown. Great way to start a career.
Good kick by Lutz, and staying back in there is going to be the running back in his fourth year out of Buffalo, Brandon Oliver. Clemens back in at quarterback and trying to turn the corner. Gordon did a good job on the stutter step and did turn the corner as he put the brakes on. It's a first down to the 36 on the play fake, and here's pressure off the edge. Dump off will work. Tight end to the 40, out to the 43. Second and short. Slide Benjamin in motion. And a loss. Good penetration up front on the left side of the defensive line. Gets him over to the right side. Clemens with an empty backfield on third about 6. Crossing pattern, forget about it. And a holding call maybe as well. Big time hit. Exceptional work. What a pop by P.J. Williams.
Holding. Number 78 offense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play.
Declined.
Fourth
Hold
down.
on Burrell, the left tackle. Kamara waits back inside the 20. Stays away from it with the fair catch. And it'll dive about the 21-yard line. It was a 50-yard run by Kamara on first down. He reads it well, gets outside, and gets good yardage. Mike can't guard Mike Thomas in motion. And on the play fake, Daniel looking for him. He's got Mike Thomas. First down to the midfield stripe and into Chargers territory. It'll be first and 10 from outside of the 47. Kamara again takes a pop, but
told us last week that that's one of the reasons he brought in Gus Bradley to kind of balance him, to soften him a little bit.
Yeah, and just think of the last calendar.
First down from the 37. On the play fake, good pocket protection. The dump off is wide for Kamara. And 10, Tommy Lee's on the field. That's Tommy Lee Lewis. And on the delay, Kamara lost his footing on the handoff. Gets only 2 that time. To the 35. Third and 8 for Chase Daniel. Kamara stays to Chip. And Coleman all tangled up on the sideline. A 53-yard attempt. Exchange is good. Low line drive. Got it. That scoreboard is brought to you by Sonic, and it looks good so far. 2 for 2, 2 possessions, 2 scores, and bringing it back, and deep bringing it back is Desmond King, and he pays before he even got to the 15, and that was a high counter deep in their own territory at the 15. Kellen Clemens back to throw, and a little dump off. It'll go to Gordon past the 20, out to the 22.
Some promise there.
False start. Saints will take it. Mistake by the Chargers. Instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be now 2nd and 8. Well, back to Anzalone. He was a 4.6 at the combine, among the top 5 in quickest linebackers.
Second down.
And even though he didn't drop on the delay, not much available. So they shut it down after a gain of about 2. That's where the Chargers found themselves a lot last week in 3rd and long. Clemens, a lot of time and a good grab. Going up big was the tight end on that side. It goes out to the 34. Gordon again. And not big yardage on first down, about 3. And I bring up again, 22 carries last week.
Including his number as an homage.
It's maybe a loss of a half a yard to the board there. Great penetration. From the 36. Good pocket protection, and it's thrown behind their tight end, but Henry was all tangled up. Henry never saw it coming.
Pass, holding, number 47 defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Drive alive out to the 41. Dump off over the middle, and a good grab. It's Keenan Allen in his 5th season already out of Cal, the 3rd-round pick. They'll run Allen, slide him a little bit in motion. Only need 2 on the play fake. He comes. Good night. What a shot. So from the blind side, talk about a big hit. Alex Okafor. Steve Oliver in the backfield. Heat again, and it pays off again.
Covered for that as well.
Wobbler, Kamara will take it. He's got some room. And Alvin across the 30 to the 35 is popped out of bounds in front of the Saints bench.
He focused on, and so far this preseason, it's coming handy.
It's Kamara going low, but they loaded it up, and maybe a yard at the most.
Manage the absence of Fleener, too.
Now on the out, Willie Snead, good grab.
Speaking of good camps.
Bosa led all rookies in sacks last season. Play fake, get it to him anyway. Kamara out in the flat, and Kamara with great yardage. This is speed that we haven't seen. Well, is it Darren Sproles, the last guy that was that quick in the backfield? Taking it over in the backfield on first down. And Lasco bolts off tackle right. And gets about 4 yards down to the 30. The more versatility. It'll keep him there. They got penetration. Lasco's going nowhere as soon as he took the handoff. And let's see if he can have a big night. Daniel looks in his direction. Nothing there, and he's on his way, and Chase took a shot.
You're welcome.
Welcome back once again. Joel Myers, John Stinchcomb, Sean Kelly. Punt to start the second quarter, and what a start in the first 15 minutes of play. And it continues, getting down there early for the Saints to grab it. Who else? A.J. Klein. We'll see if it continues. 6 sacks over the first 2 games already. They adjust the running back because of pressure on the outside, but still a good job by the little back. It'll be second, a little short of 5. Oliver, and good ankle tackle. Didn't get away like Darian Victor with the Saints. Gonna be third down. Here comes Klein. Forces Clemens out of the pocket. He gets the first down on his own and slides with the first one to the Rams. And now 4 with the Chargers. Good penetration in the backfield, but give the little guy credit again. Brandon Oliver looked like a loss of 3 or 4. He gets it back past the line for a gain of 1.
Does in the footwork.
On the delay, Oliver got a good job across the 35 down to the 36. Their depth is certainly improved on the defensive front. Too much time for Clemens, and now will he throw it away? No, he won't. He can't get away. Kenny Vaccaro made sure of it.
NFL receivers.
Tommy Lee Lewis waiting for the punt. Backpedaling. They'll take it at about the 16. They'll get 1 block, and that'll be about it. Perfect night for football. Lasco loose about a yard. He'll be back at the 15 now. See if he gets some touches as well. Settles in underneath. Pass was deflected at the line. And then as soon as you bring it up, and then the D-back diving. Jalil Adai, almost 3rd and 10. For the Saints, it's going to be thrown away. It was a screen for Lasco that was busted up on the near side.
This is, you talk about guys making special teams. The Saints are really trying to figure out who their gunners are going to be, and they're trying a number of guys out.
Beauty, Purse under it, and will not be able to turn the corner. Great coverage, but thanks to the hang time makes it a net of 48 as well. They'll give it to Oliver, and look back. Try the left side, nothing doing.
Bringing Drescher back because of that successful pairing.
There's good contact up top, and it was popped away. The early action came from Tony McDaniel, 12th year out of Tennessee. So now 3rd and 10. Clemens in trouble, and will he be able to run for it? Yep. That's the way they've been able to get their last 2 first downs. Here's Oliver once again, and the waggle the other way. On the comeback, knocked away from Keenan Allen. On the near side, that's Devontae Harris. Clemens looking for the dump off. Instead, good throw. And he's got him. Got it to Jeremy Davis. Right, bringing him backer. And brought him again. Oliver won't get out of it, though. So, Jason Jones, the new addition this week for the Saints in configuration for the Saints defensively. And the back won't get away. Tried misdirection that time. That's how good it's been for the Saints up front. Let's see as they stack three on the wide side of the field for Clemens. Blitz comes up the middle, and the ball almost came out. Sack is there, and once again, the pressure has paid off. Kaiser out of A&M, a 6th-round pick. Last year almost had it blocked. Close. It's over the head of Tommy Lee Lewis. What next for the Saints has been that's Mitchell Lavin, who is a Raising Cane's gift basket with an autographed football and a co-branded Saints and Raising Cane's jersey. Chase Daniel on his way down, but I think they got the grill, didn't they?
A little face mask.
Melvin Ingram.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 54, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's Ingram, their 1st-round pick in 2012 out of South Carolina. Daniel hangs in there, going for Coleman. He was looking inside, and the ball, miscommunication there, outside. Sets up on the opposite side now, where they're going to run the football. Lasco for a yard, that's about it. It'll bring up 2nd, make it 3rd and 9. After the miss to Coleman. Well, the pocket hold up. There goes Ingram. He's held. Easy call. Lasco is belted backwards. So they'll decline the hold. Good spin move, though. Desmond King on the coverage, the rookie 5th-round pick out of Iowa, but a hold.
Number 71 offense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play, 4th down.
Pretty quick on the end.
Of some of these defensive ends.
Morstead, beauty last time, and sends out another. What a luxury. Burst takes it at the 5, makes a miss, gets across the 10 to the 15. We'll get into that a little bit later. They had a couple in the backfield. They give it to Andre Williams, 3rd-year man out of Boston College. Very little, maybe a yard out of the most, but
minor little injury he was dealing with.
Same combination. Clemens giving it off to Williams. Very little off the right side. And now Clemens on the underneath and a little turn in route. He's got the first down to Jeremy Davis.
And it trips.
Blitz coming off the edge. The running back picks it up. And once again, Harris losing where the football was. Lucky that there's no flag on that play. Clemens underneath on a pick play. It worked. And it's Jamal Jones out of Montana in his 2nd season. Started for the Chargers back at the 19, trying to get the first points of the half. In the middle, it's Sean Cullen, the rookie tight end out of Missouri. Different cadence. Coming up to the line in a hurry. And the pop applied on Dontrell Inman. That was Sterling Moore.
A little pressure up the middle.
Should be the final snap for the 2-minute warning. And nothing doing. Clemens bobbled momentarily, and good timing. The completion is good, but Harris hit it right there at the 36. Williams, big back at 6, about 225, and won't get there. Saints get it right back. Great penetration, and underneath it was Ken Crawling, the 37. Daniel. And Coleman hangs on. Bobbled it momentarily as he took the shot. Clock running as he worked on that side of the field against Michael Davis, the rookie out of BYU.
Advantage.
Need a little more than 2 on 2nd down. Holding call coming up. Leaner won't get there anyway. And they'll take the 10-yard to it, have to think. So left side of the offensive line. And was it the line?
Illegal use of hands to the face, number 79, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
That wash with the helmet. Underneath, Lasco uses the sideline to stop the clock. It'll be 3rd, coming up at about 5. With a check at the line. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up, but Daniel in trouble, and a flag on the play as well. Penalty will anyway.
Holding.
So it's
Fourth
Ryan
down.
Ramczyk.
This league, and Ramczyk's learning here.
Morstead. It's his third consecutive beauty. Good hang time. Burst back to 16. And the coverage is there. Great downfield coverage by the Saints.
One's down there. Brandon Coleman's another guy. I think he was in on that tackle, but two guys that aren't quote-unquote special teams guys making big special teams plays.
During the kick, holding, number 53 receiving team. That penalty's decline, first down.
And I'm talking about the playbook. A delay. Good night. Andre Williams belted at the 1. You think the Who Dat Nation's here? You hear that? Come on. And now a deep single. Clemens barely getting out of the backfield. He was close to a safety. He got outside of the goal line. Tommy Lee Lewis down the middle waiting for it, but it's headed the other way over to the far side. And Laska wants to bring it out after all. After a delay, at least gets it across the 20 out to the 21. We had down at the sideline. Effective last week. He was 10 of 14. Threw a touchdown pass. Laska slides between his center and guard for about 4 up to the 24-yard line. He took
Nassib's chance.
It'll be Lasko again. Penetration to the backfield. Lucky to get a yard out of it, which he did up to the 25. Willie Snead, the motion man. And underneath the drop. Fleener. Isaiah Burse waiting for the punt once again. And wobbler this time, or returnable time at the 34, and makes a miss. Look out. Burse takes it across the 45. And again, Laban on special teams coverage. Gets to him at the midfield stripe. First possession of the second half of the Chargers, and making a miss in the backfield. Nifty move by Andre Williams, a big back, and the new quarterback, former Buckeye. 2nd and 6. And scrambling his way for good yardage, Kenyon Barner. And now a little stunt action. And opposite side, they'll get to it again. Killed the right tackle, didn't he?
With speed.
A low line drive, returnable one for Tommy Lee back at the 7. He'll take it across the 10, and that's about it. Nassib stays in at quarterback. His second series had a pop as soon as he got rid of the ball. Tommy Lee, you can understand why it was a little bit low and away. That'll land on you, and you'll feel it. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Big hole. Closes in a hurry. 5. But the numbers they have put together, and there's Nassib with a hold on the play and holding on to it potentially too long as back for the Chargers from Chris McCain. Hold will be declined.
Holding, number 79 offense. That penalty's declined. Results of the play, 4th down.
Of course, going into the Hall of Fame, 3rd overall in so many passing categories, all-time list, and top 10 for Phillip Rivers as well. Burse, who had a nice return last time, puts on the brakes, almost ran into his own man, and a good return again for Isaiah Burse across the 45 out to about the 47.
Gates is about to break the all-time touchdown receiving record for tight ends.
He is currently tied for the top spot. They wanted to set up a screen. Second series of the second half. And here comes the blitz. Good night. Robertson again. Boy, talk about speed. Jones didn't have a chance after 30 all of last season. Almost double figures over the first 2 games. Too much time and too early on the head. Easy call. And it was really close, but he was there early.
Well, it starts with too much time for the quarterback.
Center. Number 27 defense, automatic, first.
That hurt so much. Play fake. Jones, middle of the field available. That big yardage inside the 20 to Jamal Jones, the wide receiver out of Montana in his second season. Cardell Jones in at quarterback for the Chargers. And Williams got by the first, made a miss with a little kick out. Maybe 2, give him 3, down to the 17.
He's a big man, big presence in the middle of that D-line.
Played every game for the Seahawks last year. Good penetration, Stupar at the bottom. Shutout so far. Jones out of the gun. And underneath it's available. Lost football though. Saints get it back. Peeled away. And the Saints will have it at the 10-yard line.
Well, Sterling Moore pokes his arm and rips the ball out. Manny Te'o gets the recovered fumble. Going for is a defense.
Nassib stays in there. Here comes the heat. Middle of the field's available. And complete. So it goes to Corey Fuller, but a flag is down, unfortunately, on the play. And if you're looking at a guy
Personal
battling.
foul, contact to the helmet of the quarterback, number 93 defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
As Darius File in his third year last week in the Browns game. It's a first down, and on the deep handoff, it's Victor. And Darius doesn't get much. Lunges for about a yard.
It's a splash play when he knocks the ball loose.
It'll be second and about 10. And all tangled up. It was Corey Fuller on the sideline. Pocket holds up better. And off the deflection, it's incomplete. He wanted Tommy Lee Lewis, but boy, was there traffic in the neighborhood.
In the NFL, there's no such thing as wide open receivers.
And Willie Snead, by the way, was next door. So the coaches will see that as well. If he went 3 progressions, ball down on the ground, and it's covered by the Chargers return man. Good job again against the run.
Most of the rushing yardage come from the quarterback.
It's second and 9. It'll be Williams again. Boy. Good job on the outside. Little press coverage from Sterling Moore. He was looking to the middle of the field. He's going deep, and you don't need to put your hand on him and hold him because it was well overthrown.
Plus yardage, 6 and plus situations.
Tommy Lee waits for it, and fair catch called for. Good decision. Back at about the 35-36. So great field position for the Saints. Natty Park, and the great work that they're doing right now. Good time to be in New Orleans. We all know that. And on the first down give, good yardage. Darius Victor takes it over the left side. On the play fake at a deep drop. Throwing it away. Now for Ryan Nassib, a 3rd and 8. Can he keep the offense on the field? Underneath, good grab, Willie. No, can't hang on.
Actually, it's a catch that Snead makes, though.
Mitchell Page waits for the punt. After Burst put the last one on the ground. Backpedaling to the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back from there. And a flag, it'll bring back that return of about 11-12 yards as well. So let's see the mark off.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 39 of the return team, half the distance to the goal. First.
So defensive back Brandon Stewart to give it. Jones stays in a quarterback. The old I formation. And here comes Heat right away. Good throw. Boy, when you've got pressure in your grill like that. It'll be second and short. A little misdirection, a little counteraction. And it'll be a first down with a flag down on the play.
Looks like Darryl Tapp had some good penetration, forced a hold call. Could be wrong.
There's no foul for holding on the play. First down.
Especially in the locker room more than anything right now.
Little stretch play that went nowhere. Another flag. Trying to bust that play up.
Holding. Number 66 offense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
And at 28 years of age, is he going to be able to crack the lineup with the Saints? And
well, he keeps sticking like that, yeah.
Right.
He plays fierce.
He's 5'10", 230 pounds. More time for Jones. The long cross. Good play defensively. And getting there just in the nick of time. He gets after it. High snap for Jones. And a hold. And will they throw the flag? No. Dump off instead on third down. And out of bounds goes Austin Eckler for the Chargers so far in this half. Good punt that time by Kaiser. And Tommy Lee will take it to the sideline of the 30. Another flag.
During the kick, holding number 97 receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's building momentum for this defense.
And Nassib stays in at quarterback. And Fleener hangs on. Made a miss, but gets about 5.
Pretty significant shot from Vaughn Bell earlier this camp as well in practice that's had him sidelined.
Darius Victor bottled up after a gain of a yard or 2. First snap of the 4th. Can they get 3? Nassib on the crossing pattern, and boy, a Fuller was grabbed. And the drive is not alive any longer, so we could see Grace in the entire fourth. Again, an absolute beauty. And bringing it back for the Chargers once again, Mitchell Page. Flag down in the play. And so is Page. He's bolted out of bounds past the 30, near the 35.
He crushes the ball. It's a thing of beauty.
It's unreal.
Other than one rep tonight, the Saints punt coverage team has been sensational.
Well, Morstead gives them such beauties to fly down the field on. What an asset for so many years.
From the spot of the foul, the flag's at the 23.
Inside block. Goal. First down.
From the 11 after the mark off. Good job. And almost picked by Stupar. It looked like it was thrown to him, not Page. Blitz coming from Stupar. Jones had to get rid of it in a hurry, and Page has it. Grab goes down to pick it up at the 14. Flag again. So that'll come back.
They're debating whether to take it or not.
And it makes it about a 3rd and 7.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Number 66 offense. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
That's a rookie 3rd-round pick out of Indiana, Dan Feeney. That's the second time they found him. Pocket holds up well. Jones has time, and he's got Page, I believe. Yes. No. The young man out of Mizzou.
It's the Chargers.
Chargers need 3, almost 4. Jones, an athletic quarterback on the comeback route, and he threw it behind his receiver. So a good job defensively by Eric Harris. That he
ball and did so cleanly.
Yeah, went through it and punched through the receiver's hands to get to it. Devontae Harris will stay away from it. And a short one goes
Thursday. Moment is the key phrase.
And around, Tommy Lee Lewis gets out on the edge. A little gadget play and a first down for the Saints for the first time in a while, but no, they're going to say he's out of bounds a yard shy of the first down.
A definite playmaker.
Need a yard, and Victor will get that. Took the tackle, the underneath tackle with him for about 3. So there's talent there. Nassib, high one, brought in. Nice grab. Over on the far side, Tommy Lee get into the neighborhood. 10 for 124 last week, and a little more than 7. Little jump outside, and right at the marker, and it should be enough for a first down. Good read. After the drive started, the back of their own 45. Penetration into the backfield. Victor still gets a couple of them.
Builds trust with the staff.
Underneath. Threw a bullet, didn't he? It's a first down on the catch. Fuller missed last year with a foot injury. And looks strong once again tonight. Penetration into the backfield. Nothing doing that time. Will it happen? And because we've talked about some of the guys that will look sensational on special teams, but there's a little stop route and ball on time. That was a well-timed play by both quarterback and receiver. Get 5 more and keep the drive going. Toss short side. Victor needs a kick out. He's got it, and he's got a first and goal inside the 10. He's an explosive. Nassib, and intercepted. Tried to thread it through to Tommy Lee, and it's going the other way. On the pick, it is Dexter McCoyle, and it looks like he's going the distance.
When you're inside of the 10-yard line, there are tight windows, but when you're trying to find Tommy Lee Lewis, it's got to be on the money.
That was behind him, wasn't it?
It was just outside. You got to put it on him, and that's what's so frustrating when you're inside the 10 and McCoyle's able to pick the ball off, take it back 90-plus yards for a touchdown. What look back up.
Extra point on its way. And Lambeau gets it. Lambeau gets into it. Tommy Lee Lewis waits. And we'll let it go over his head. So the Saints now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. On the carry, it goes about to the 28 for Darius Victor. Victor again. Hops through a big hole. He's got the first down out to the 40.
Middle of their line. returning soon.
And great to see him cleared once again. He looks great. He started the game, played the first quarter, almost the first half. Good move. Trey Edmonds gets outside. Flag on the play, unfortunately. Where you normally see a holding call on the outside.
Holding. Number 78 offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
All right.
I like your honesty, former offensive lineman. Totally objective. Screen set up. Edmonds got a room to roam. Should get the first down. And ran right up. Yeah, he missed the block. He ran up the back of his blocker.
Landon Turner had an opportunity for redemption.
Opinion. 1st and 10 from the 45. Again, good run by Edmonds. Weaving his way out of the backfield for about 8. And they'll ride him back, but still a good run. But in the last one, with more than 5 to play, it'll be Darius Victor. He's got the first down. So the ground game is working.
Trey Edmonds.
Little delay. Victor breaks out of a tackle, an ankle tackle, and he has another first down on a gain of 12 down to the 20. 9 yards on the ground last year. Victor, and they'll belt him right away.
And let's not forget this as well. You know, we talk about that it'll be Adrian Peterson and Mark Ingram.
Nassib has engineered 2 good drives now. He's got Edmonds on one side, comes back the other way. And it'll be a delay for Edmonds. Edmonds weaves his way again successfully to a 1st and goal. Coming down on a 1st and goal from the 8. It's Edmonds. Man belted and really shot down in the backfield. As the linebacker Corey Toomer came in.
Learning opportunities.
It'll be 2nd and goal. Edmonds trying to bounce outside. Won't get there. And now 3rd and goal coming up. And another timeout. Will they stop the clock or not? But 3rd and goal. Jumbo formation. And Victor just powers his way for a couple of yards.
Opportunity with Tommy Lee at the end zone.
It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Chip shot for Lutz. And the Saints are up by 6. Ben's Superdome. Coming over to the near side, it's going to be picked up by Artavis Scott, and after putting the knee down, he's going to come out anyway and won't make it back to the 20. So the indecision costs him a few yards. Darnell Jones has had his moments. Second-year man out of Ohio State, former Bill draft pick. Hangs in there and tapped away. Boy, that was really well timed. 2nd and 10, 2-minute warning coming. And a lot of time on a low throw. It'll be Mitchell Page. So minute 55 to play. Timeouts. Jones needs 5 on the cross. And what a shot. Is it held on? Yep. Right at the marker in the 1st down. Saints down to their final timeout. Jones with heat. And wide the intended target. Good cover. So on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and Jones is down. How about the spin move and the big-time play by Al-Quadin Muhammad, the Saints' 6th-round pick. Now Jones, deep in his pocket, too much time. Pressure comes, can't get away.
Back-to-back. The 23, all created by that pressure from the defensive front.
They've got to take it past the 38 for a 1st down. Here comes the heat. Jump ball, and that should do it. It's an interception, and coming up with it for the Saints, Adam Bighill.
he just lost. He lost 40 yards on an interception.
Good way to end it. A young man that we were talking about earlier that plays with a massive motor at 5'10", 230 pounds.
He's put some good film down in the 2nd half tonight. There's no doubt. We've seen him do a little bit of everything.
I love it.
On a jump ball, you wouldn't expect Bighill to be the one to come down for it. I will say it's 4th down. You're inside the 5-yard line. Probably the worst thing you could, well, not the worst. You could do much worse, I'm sure, than intercept a ball. But you knock the ball down, you get the ball inside the 5. Don't guess it matters. You still win.
Yeah, but we've talked about making plays on the defensive side. He held on to the ball.
Absolutely.
Good hands.
Good job. And
that does
a preseason win for the New Orleans Saints.
And the 10-game slide in preseason exhibition play is over for Sean Payton and the Saints. 1-1 after the loss at Cleveland. A win tonight here in Southern California. And this young man, 20, 30, 40 years from now, will never forget that moment.
Well, he's used to making plays. It's just in a different league now.
Different country.
And this group, they've been celebrating all night. Not just off a big play by Big Hill, but they've been having fun like they're back home at the Dome. So we get ready for the post-game show. We'll come right back to wrap things up. A win for the Saints on the road against the Chargers.